I don't agree with these eliminations.
Hi, welcome to the week where Annie loses everything. So, I'm the person who went bankrupt, Annie.
And I'm the one who took all the assets, Minnie.
No, you're not Minnie. You're not Minnie Cooper.
Beep beep, Minty.
And this is FunUntitled, where we know our names.
Yes.
So, today we're going over RuPaul's Drag Race Canada, Season 3, Episode 6. And then later, when you get bored, we'll be like, shit, how do we keep viewers' retention? I know, we'll switch over to Down Under Season 2, Episode 3.
Everyone, I think it's episode 4.
Fuck.
Loves kangaroos. Okay, so in Canada, they start with the mini challenge where they break up into groups of 2 and 3 and do like a family mini shoot.
And for some reason, Jada Shada Hudson won giving birth.
That was weird. Like, I thought Bombay and Irma Girl did better.
I like the family in the beginning of the 3 when they're like,
Oh yeah, Vivian, Kimmy, and Miss Fierce.
yeah. Oh, Kimmy and Fierce was together again.
Yeah, that was okay. I mean, the whole challenge itself was crappy.
No, it was.
Tracy Melchior is just so fake. Like, I don't know what she is, but she ain't no actress.
I like the gay guy, Brooklyn, then the lady.
Brad Gogetsky. It's a hard name to pronounce.
To be fair, I don't think he's a good host. I just think he's less fake.
True. Okay, so the maxi challenge was be an eyeshadow merch Mongul, which basically they get to make a palette, kind of 6 colors, and they have to sell the crap out of it.
Fun fact. So I watch a lot of TikToks that like get eyeshadow palettes and they take the whole circle things out.
To do what?
Well, the certain one that I watch turns eyeshadow into watercolor paints and then sells it. So she's like, oh, collect my Jeffree Star watercolor set.
Is that legal?
Yeah, why not?
I guess so. I guess if you bought the original product.
So, but I just love making eyeshadow palettes. This is another thing where like, oh, make this eyeshadow palette with me. And basically it's 9 quadrants. You put a base color in the corners and then you mix the corner colors to make the middle colors.
What goes in the center?
All the colors together.
Ooh. Okay, so here was like the little division in the beginning. Was this a branding challenge or was this a comedy challenge? Obviously from the results, it was a branding challenge, but why does RuPaul's Drag Race even have a branding challenge? Like, I don't give a fuck about a branding challenge. I don't give a fuck if you can sell.
See, at first I thought, yes, this is more of a comedy challenge because I thought it was going to be more of those skits that we are usually used to in the US. Like, oh, sell this trash can, you know?
Right.
But it turned out it was literally only 20 seconds to sell your makeup. I guess it's new, but like, I wasn't expecting this. And also, why are you making a Queens run all over the place for 20 seconds? Just have one room with different corners.
I mean, it was very clear that they didn't have the time to give everyone the good amount of time to do stuff. I don't think Canada's Drag Race is doing too well in Canada then.
Either that or Canada just doesn't have good TV production in general.
How dare you? Supernatural was filmed in Canada.
I totally forgot about that.
Most CW shows film in Canada because it's cheaper to do it in Canada.
I wonder why it's cheaper. Wait, is Jensen Ackles and Jared Mooseman Canadian?
No, they're not Canadian.
Okay.
I think they just film in Canada. Okay, so who was on top? I didn't color. I usually do.
So Vivian was on top with her funny cat mom.
Who I thought should have won.
Yeah, I thought Vivian should have won too. Like, she did a good job remembering what she was doing. Unfortunately, apparently that's the bare minimum in this challenge.
Because it was funny, and I thought it also branded her. Because she's Vivian Vanderpuss, so a cat theme was par for the core for her. I did not think Kimmy did well.
Okay, again, this will be only 5 seconds. You are not the first trans drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race. You cannot say you're doing this for trans people and make your whole personality that you're trans. Like, I get it. You know, like, just taking from example, like, Bimini and Ginny Lemon, Ginny Lemon, who was like non-binary, they didn't make that the whole personality. They had other stuff like walking off stage doing a lip sync.
Wow.
So that's the only thing I don't like about Kimmy is that she should have been on the bottom for her runway look. But I feel like, but you know, she represented the POC and that was really brave of her.
Oh my god, Kimmy's runway look is so terrible. Especially when they did a close-up on her face. It's like, you couldn't even do the makeup well. What's going on?
It kind of reminded me of the James Charles look.
Oh, that one with the all white except like that spray of color?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even that. It was ugly.
No, that's the thing. You can't do a look that's already famous and then do it worse.
I will admit though, Ermagerd's look was so amazing. I loved that. That was so cool.
Oh, the coloring book.
Yes.
The paint by numbers. Oh wait.
That was cool, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you questions now, okay? We're gonna lightning round this.
Okay.
Okay, so we know Vivian's your best commercial, right?
Right.
Who's the worst commercial?
You know, honestly, been supporting this girl since episode 1, but I gotta say Bombay's one was the worst.
What's the difference between Bombay doing joke, joke, joke and the person who did Snot Rocket?
Ermagerd.
Oh my god. Because I feel like they had the same vibes.
I get that, yeah. I don't know. I guess Bombay's one was just manic. And at least Ermagerd was like joking's about like delivery and timing, right? So if you just have this manic energy, it's not really gonna go anywhere. Especially if you're like scripting something. Also, Jada's one was actually pretty bad too.
I don't even remember Jada's one.
That was like, I don't know. It was like being at a party and being a woman. It was weird. They also liked her makeup, but I was like, her makeup's ugly. It's like as ugly as Bombay's, but it just has more color. So, I don't know.
Also, this episode, I realized Gazelle has a French accent.
Good job, stupid.
Alright, so Ermagerd's paint by numbers dress is your favorite, correct?
Yes.
Do kids even know what that is now?
Yeah, it's also now a very popular like adult coloring thing.
Okay. Oh, kind of like that one where you bedazzle a picture by numbers.
Yeah, it's not like seen, I think, more as therapeutic than it is now as like a children's activity book.
Gotcha. Now, who had the worst look? Is it Kimi Katoe?
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh my god, Miss Fierce's look? Because I won't say Fierce Delicious. That's just too fucking long to say. Miss Fierce's look? Love it. Amazing. It was just like it's drag, you know?
See, my only problem with really nice runway looks is sometimes I question how much did you think of and make and how much did you buy it from a designer?
You know, I think of the same thing with this. It's like, this is so great, but also out of your wheelhouse.
Wait, yeah.
Like, you just probably paid a designer to make it for you, so I don't know if you get the credit. Which I think is one reason why maybe they don't put that much consideration into runways sometimes. Because it's like All-Star is 6. You can see that like some queens just bought it from a fashion show, so it's like, okay, so this wasn't even like for the challenge. You just bought it and happened to have it.
Yeah, like if Pitya from a previous season and maybe a different country.
Nope, same country.
Okay, cool.
Just the last season.
Came out in this, idea, I would have 100% believed, yeah, Pitya thought of this and maybe paid someone else to help make this, but But Future Listeners is like, this is completely left field. I don't believe for a second you thought of this.
Like, you had one friend in your wheelhouse that got this inspiration. But otherwise, I mean, I still like the look.
No. I love the look. It's just sometimes it breaks my suspension of disbelief that So I wish Miss Fierce said straight up, I thought of this from scratch to zero.
But she couldn't. I also like Bombay's holy look. I don't know if I like the whole sunglasses bear part.
See, I feel like that was necessary, or else Bombay would just have the same makeup as Kimmy, splat on the face.
True.
So at least this looked intentional,
Yeah.
Also, did she tape her eyes?
No idea how that would happen.
Okay, I have to ask.
Clean lines.
What did you think of Gazelle's Picasso look? Yay or nay?
I really don't like abstract art.
Okay, cool.
So something like this is not a match. Although, they really shitted on her for her commercial, but I actually really liked it. Because was that French? It's supposed to be like WTF. So that was the connection for the French and the swearing, and the judges were like, where did that come from? I'm like, you saw the commercial, right? It was right from the beginning that it was a WTF kind of joke.
I just got that now.
Oh, come on.
I'm not being paid to judge.
You can see with your eyes.
Did you like the makeup lady judge? I kind of liked her.
She was okay.
She had obviously could not judge any other challenge because she could only give makeup critiques.
My problem was okay, besides what looked like a sticker decal on her face, what was the makeup expertise on her face?
She's actually a different ethnicity.
That's racist.
So on the bottom, first we should go over the winner.
We already said Miss Fierce won and we don't agree with it. Because her commercial was very bland.
Hey, she remembered the eyeshadows, all I can say. And everyone else kind of forgot.
And the commercial was just called Fierce. And it's like,
I think it's stupid to be like, good job naming it Fierce. We would have asked you why if you didn't pick Fierce. Like, shut up, Brooklyn.
doesn't that feel like a negative?
Yeah, it feels like you're basic.
Right? Like there was no point to the commercial. Like, anyone could have done Miss Fierce's commercial and just changed the name. That's why Vivian Vanderpuss was so good, because it was only could be written by her because it was funny. I like the one where it was like, your cat calls you a cat mom, your friend calls you a cat mom, your eyes might as well too. It's funny.
I just like how it's not blatantly obvious. She didn't just name the eyeshadow, Vanderpuss. It's cat themed like her name.
Exactly. Oh, so pissed. This was Vivian's moment. Got wrong.
So there's a weird storyline edit with Fierce Ulysses with the whole everyone's underestimating me. Yeah, because you're not good.
She's okay. Got a lot of spunk, but I don't really see her top 4. I don't see a lot of these queens in top 4, but just by process of elimination, you gotta pick someone.
So on the bottom is Bombay and Ermagerd, and Bombay got such a terrible edit this episode of just doubting herself the entire time.
I hate this. But Bombay, again, the one I've been supporting since episode 1, and Ermagerd it's the one I've been liking more and more with every episode that goes by. I think she's really cute.
Hey man, I don't like this either. When Fierce Delicious won, I literally told you, okay, so Bombay's gonna go home and this will literally be the worst episode of my life. And then she did, because she danced to Table Dancer and it was an okay lip sync.
Very okay. Yeah, Emma got lucky because she was in a dress where she could already move her legs, and then Bombay took off the holy dress to this lax, spandex, and...
Look, it could have worked if Bombay just didn't always fix her damn spandex so it would cover her nipples. Like, let it just slip. You're not gonna trip on it.
I wonder if the fear is maybe it would have fallen all the way down.
Well, then get some damn duct tape. I know you have some back there.
I know, there's so many things, right? Like, figure it out.
Like, you're telling me no one had black duct tape?
So, Bombay sashayed away, and to be fair, I love Bombay's runway looks, but she really doesn't do that well in challenges.
Kind of remind me of Denali.
How dare you say that? I love Denali.
In the main challenges?
No, but that's not the point.
Well, next week we are going to do a musical, and Fierce Delicious is going to be annoying yet again. I feel bad for her sometimes, but another time she's like a little sister you just want to hit.
You diabetic?
Fuck.
Anyways, let's change countries because we're not supposed to go to the United States.
That's not a catchphrase.
It's not gonna be a catchphrase.
Let's go. Hippity hop, cross the border, cross Russia, cross Japan, and end up in Australia.
Well, you went the long way around.
Okay, now you can introduce yourself as Minnie. The reference will make sense now.
Excuse you, I don't need this shit from you.
So, this Snatch Game wasn't like Drag Race Down Under Season 1. I guess kind of, because no one really made me laugh.
No, Season 1 had one good queen that made everyone laugh. Season 2, no laughs. Was not funny at all. It was very bland, and the judges were somehow able to find a top 3 and bottom 3. Even though, honestly, you could have thrown this episode away.
Okay, let's start off with the first thing first. The Minnie Cooper drama. Alright, so to sum up Minnie Cooper, in every episode, Minnie kind of picked a fight with a queen, and at first we gave Minnie benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, she's an older queen, maybe she's not getting along with them, yada yada yada. Then the fights became more and more asinine and stupid. And then at this episode, it kind of just blew up, being like, really? You're mad about this?
I don't agree with what Minnie did, especially in this fight, because I feel like Minnie's just mad because Beverly's mad at her. And it's like, okay, Minnie, if you're talking about taking consequences for your actions, you hurt Beverly and you can't just say, oh, well, you hurt me. And it's like, no, Minnie.
Like, here's what I think happened, because, like, again, I think I said this in a previous episode, for the Down Under fights, I get really confused. So, in the last challenge, Beverly says she liked her partner.
I guess to the judges, yes. Then to the girl, she said, no, I don't.
And then later on, RuPaul was talking with Minnie, saying like, oh, how are you getting along with the other girls? And Minnie's like, oh, they don't really like my honesty. I don't think they like honesty in general, because Beverly...
like, isn't honest.
Yeah, because Beverly would just lie that she likes the queen and then in the back say she doesn't. And it's like, hey, Minnie, why did we have to bring another queen's name in this?
Yes, that was weird. And I think Minnie should have solidarity with the girls. But I also think it's a little harder because she's closer in age to RuPaul probably than to them. So she probably feels more akin to RuPaul. I also think Beverly's kind of overreacting because RuPaul doesn't care.
Well, what if she does? Like, you...
I think RuPaul cares if Beverly doesn't like someone.
I'm assuming RuPaul is Beverly's, like, kind of like Drag Race idol. I'm assuming she's everyone's kind of like celebrity.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
And you just don't want to look bad in front of them, even if, like, oh, they won't care. Like, no, they might care, and that would ruin my life. Like, if you went to, like, my number one idol and was like, yeah, Annie's petty, I would get so pissed, right?
I get what you're saying.
But then that's when the fight, like, kind of got really stupid when Beverly brought that up, and then, like you said, Minnie Cooper was just mad at someone who was mad at her.
Right.
So that's the fight what we understand. Put in the comments if we missed something.
Just, Minnie's very sensitive, and I guess from what you're saying, Beverly is just trying to kiss RuPaul's ass, and what Minnie said did not help.
Yay or nay? Do you think it's acceptable when a queen is like, I was in a bad headspace because of a fight, and that's why I didn't do good in the challenge?
No, there's no excuse. You have one chance. Pull yourself up and figure it out. This is a competition show. It's a physical and a mental game, and you have to have both of them at top notch. Yes, it's very difficult. Yes, it's very hard, but it's not an excuse to do bad. If you do bad, it's because you weren't prepared enough to keep up in that top shape.
You think it's weird this is the second time Minnie Cooper's like, yes, I talked smack about the other queen, but I didn't mean anything by it? Because the first time she was like, oh, she shouldn't be paid to be a drag queen. And it's like, don't blame me. Blame the person who told you that.
Yeah, Minnie doesn't seem to be able to take it as much as she can dish it.
So let's get into the challenge. We didn't know any of the queens, and the only queen that we knew impersonating someone was Ellen, and I can tell you right now, did better than then the other queen who did Ellen.
Oh, I just told you off camera who this was.
Blair St. Clair.
In All Stars 5.
Like, you really had to fuck up Ellen DeGeneres if I have to say. Yeah, the drag queen that think Ellen knows what cock smells like did a better job.
I actually think Blair St. Clair did a better job.
I think she did a better job with the voice, just not the trying to make a joke. Because Blair St. Clair, her only thing was, oh, I don't like men.
True, but what was the mini joke, that made her, like, more funny?
She said more than one line. Like, literally, Blair St. Clair, that was her go-to answer, was just, I don't like men. But at least Minnie said, like, at least she tried with the cock comment. And then, for some reason, forgot for a quick second that Ellen doesn't have a daddy.
Jesus.
I didn't do that. Minnie Cooper did that.
Minnie's Ellen was bad. I don't know who Nene is, but Queen, I guess you're safe because you didn't do anything good or bad. Yuri's Courtney Love, I don't even know who the fuck that is. I don't know who she was playing as. She didn't play as anyone funny.
Is Courtney Love a drug addict? I got an alcoholic vibe.
Yeah, she has a lot of drugs.
Okay.
A lot of drugs. I don't know what she's famous for, though. I think she's more famous for being a drug addict than she is for, like, I think she's an artist.
You can't go to Snatch Game as Whitney Houston and then act drunk, right? That would be insensitive.
Well,
Wait, was it Whitney Houston or Amy Winehouse that OD'd?
they both did, but I think Amy Winehouse is known more for drinking than drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, Whitney Houston OD'd in the bathtub.
Because I'm just like, I could have sworn Courtney loved OD'd.
She could have. Okay, and then like they were like loving Hannah Conda's Liza Minnelli, and I'm like, this was a shitty impersonation of Liza Minnelli, and the one who won 9 did a better job of it. Because honestly, for Hannah, you couldn't understand most of the shit she said. Like, she had subtitles at one point.
She did like really high-pitched streaking, and I was like, what is this? Stop it.
Right? Like, it was bad. They were all bad. And I couldn't understand a single thing Banky was saying as Barry Humphrey.
I can't even tell you how much I don't know about the lady with the magnifying glass.
Yeah, the Val Garland. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is that about.
Okay, the gay cowboy was like,
But that was so bland. There was no jokes.
Trinity barely made it funny by just being 2 gay guys on set. And you think you can just be gay and that's it?
Well, if Molly was more over the top gay like Trinity, she probably would have gotten at least safe.
So, going on to the runway, the theme is Circus or Gay. I love the circus theme, so I always get mad when people fuck it up.
I really like minis because it was like cute girl kind of style, kind of like an e-girl, I guess.
She reminded me of Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony.
Yeah, kind
With the
of.
balloons and the pink.
Yeah, and the curly hair.
When she was like, I'm the only queen who ever went on Heelys in the set. I'm like, okay.
Like, who cares?
Heelys aren't that great. I missed Heelys though.
You never had Heelys.
I missed the concept.
The only other one I liked was Beverly Kills, because I like the lion tamer look. I like that it was a little like, she's the tamer and the lion. Otherwise, I thought everyone else's one was crappy.
I thought that Molly's one just had all the themes I like. It was just an AI bot took it, made an outfit, and I went, no.
Like the AI generated art.
Yeah.
What's it called? Dolly?
Oh, who cares? There's like a bunch of... There's a lot of Twitter discourse about AI art, and I just don't participate in it.
There's someone who posted these AI arts that were like really fantastic.
But the problem is, it didn't make it from scratch. It stole it from a bunch of other artists.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Also, it's not really AI art then.
Yeah, not really.
I guess it's more like AI stealing.
But if you pay people specifically to make like copyright-free pictures, so that it can steal it from it.
Oh, okay, so it's stealing from like people who make like copy-free music?
Yeah, kind of like that. If you steal it from people who give permission.
Okay, I guess is it still considered AI art though? Because you don't consider copyright music as like AI music.
Yeah, but if you take like a bunch of pieces from like copyright-free music and make it your own, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's the Twitter discourse. So, yeah, all the outfits was terrible except the 2 that was on the bottom.
Okay, I thought Molly and Beverly should have been on the bottom.
Yeah, but you know that, like, ever since the Vanjie and Brooklyn dance-off, I was like, okay, if you have a fight in the episode, you're most likely to dance against each other.
Oh, you think it was production?
Yeah, it's as fake as when Britta and that one lady, Aiden Zane, went up to Let It Go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I see that like production more in US, not really in like the international ones. Except when they let Christy Versace win. Still don't know what the hell that was about.
So Molly and Minnie.
No, Minnie and Beverly.
So Minnie and Beverly danced to Dance in the Dark by Lady Gaga. Have you heard this song before?
I have. It's a good song.
I've never heard it before.
I was listening to a whole bunch of Lady Gaga songs. This is one of the ones that came. I was like, oh, this one's pretty good. Not very known, but yeah.
So in the beginning, Minnie Cooper seemed to have done better until I realized that this was another Trixie Mattel versus Kennedy Davenport dancing to Wrecking Ball. One person was moving way too much and it did not match the song.
Not only that, but she kept doing the same thing. Like, I think she just wanted to dance as a clown more than she wanted to dance like Lady Gaga or an interpretation of Lady Gaga's song.
So, but at one point, Beverly Kills stopped lip syncing so she could do the whole rubbing the mascara to run down her face.
I don't know if it's worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
Not really what the song's about.
So, but you thought Minnie Cooper should have won, correct?
No, I didn't think Minnie Cooper should have won. I just feel like Minnie Cooper should stay in the competition.
Oh, why?
Because she didn't do as bad as Molly Poppins.
Got it, got it.
Also, she brings drama.
Now, there's something Annie wants to bring up. If you look in this one scene when the lip sync ends, Beverly Kills takes off her cape very dramatically, which we all know this is a thing people do.
Okay, but to do it at the end of the song is stupid.
And the drag queens was shocked when the cape flew towards them. I felt like it was that moment of, oh, if she threw that wig at me, we would have threw arms. And then, what's the queen's name?
Spanky.
Stanky motherfucking Hanky stole the cape. And I was gooped. Like, how could you, Spanky?
Anyway, so Drag Race Down on the next episode is going to be
The singing challenge where we have to make our own lyrics.
There might be some real drama in that one. It was like fake drama in season 1, and I was like, oh my god. But maybe this one will have real drama. Although, we already did with Minnie Cooper, who has now passed the torch to Beverly Kills to pass on the drama. Okay, so I think we're done here.
Oh god, Minzy's handing me the torch. I'm not taking it. We gotta just end it.